Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please continue to stand as our theater arts student, Mr. Deshaun Goodwin, renders our invocation.
Good morning. Let us pray. Lord, we come to you today thanking you for waking us up this morning and giving us the strength to be able to see another day. We thank you for doing all the things that you have done, doing all the things that you are doing, and doing all the things that you will be doing in the future. We come to you asking to fill us with excitement throughout this year, throughout this day, throughout the rest of this life that we live. We thank you for everything that you've done. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
You may be seated. Thank you, Mr. Goodwin, the ASU Mighty Marching Hornets, as well as our chorus, ASU chorus, for such a beautiful rendition of the national anthem and lift every voice and sing. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium Dr. Rolandus Rice, Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs. He will bring us our occasion.
Good morning, Morning Nation. Let me first acknowledge our President, Dr. Quentin T. Ross, a man who I have witnessed be strong in crisis, decisive in judgment, skillful in bureaucratic infighting, and indefatigable in his labors. Let me also acknowledge Dr. Carl Pettis, who is working to plan and organizing what I think is a beautiful outcome of support from our student body. The university convenes in September for the annual Fall Convocation. This mandatory assembly for faculty, staff, and students in the same vein as classroom lectures and discussions is integral to the overall process of teaching and learning. Former Morehouse faculty member, Dr. Howard Thurman, once remarked that Morehouse should hold the crown of scholarship high above their students so that one day they will grow tall enough to wear it. I'm certain that Dr. Ross and other administrators echo the same sentiments for our student population here. But in full disclosure, preparing our students to be socially responsible and significant is a long and meandering journey. I will call it a marathon. So I'm a historian. So without much thinking, I always rely on analysis through the unblinking eye of history. So as I think of why we have gathered here today, I am compelled to draw a parallel with the world's first marathon. On September 12th, 490 BCE, exactly 2,508 years ago, Athens defeats the great Persian army at the Battle of Marathon. Marathon was about 26 miles north of Athens, Greece. According to legend, the Athenian army summoned Philippides. Philippides was a messenger, so he was instructed to run 26 miles to tell his cohort that they won. He yells out, Nike! Nike, Nike, which means victory, or we have won. This is why marathons are 26 miles long. And I would venture to say this is why the founder of a certain shoe company named it Nike. So today I'm going to claim victory. So these convocations and graduations are the proverbial Gatorade stops that we energize and empower us with the electrolytes to be successful. Buddha found his enlightenment under a tree. Dr. Ross likely found his enlightenment in Card Hall Room 125. Dr. Carl Pettis likely found his enlightenment in the old science building. I found my enlightenment here in the library at Alabama State University. So it is imperative for us to come together to share these stories amongst the family that we are. So I want to share one last story about what is right about Alabama State University. Last night, I left around 11 o'clock, and there was a student who was crying. And I said, young lady, what's wrong? And she says, well, I don't have any money to get me anything to eat. So a guy comes up and he says, Doc, what are we going to do? So I'm just sitting there listening. I'm trying to be deliberate. How can we make this young lady whole? This young man, his name is Billy Simmons. Billy Simmons goes to the ATM machine and withdraws $20. Billy Simmons is not a faculty member. Billy Simmons doesn't hold a PhD. Billy Simmons faithfully cleans my office every day with the ABM cleaning team. So if he thought enough of this young lady to get what Meek Mercedes he had, what is our responsibility as ASU faculty, staff, and students? What I did not share with you all was that, again, this is an academic marathon. The guy who ran that 26 miles, what I did share was that he collapsed when he made the news. He died of exhaustion because, again, he ran 26 miles in 95-degree weather. I'm sharing that to say that as Alabama State University students, this is a 4 to 5 year journey. You might collapse at the end. If fortune beholds you to transition to the next world, you will leave this place knowing that you've earned a degree from the greatest and grandest school in the land, Alabama State University. So as I take my seat, let us begin to remember why we are here, to come together as a university family, and we know that we're moving forward, as Dr. Ross says, 150 years forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rice. And what I would say to that is, burn the ships and take the land. Burn the ships and take the land. He said that this is a journey. This is your journey. Now, I'm not a historian, I'm just a mathematician, all right? So I wish I could quote where that came, but I heard Ibrahim Lee give that speech to one of our graduating classes a few years ago, and it was the conquistadors. So imagine getting off the ships in the middle of battle, and you hear your general say, burn the ships and take the land. There's no turning back. Ladies and gentlemen, you here at Alabama State University, you're going to make the most of it. We're not going to pass out at the end. You're going to move forward and be great ones. Everyone with me? Hope it'll be a little shorter than 26 miles. Just a little shorter. At this time, we'll have a musical selection by the Mighty Marching Hornet Band. thank the Mighty Marching Hornets and the ASU Dramatic Guild for that wonderful presentation. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium Ms. Ariana Thompson, Miss Alabama State University 2018-2019. She'll be followed by Dr. Douglas Strout, the Chair of the Faculty Senate, and Mr. Marion Brock, President of the Non-Instructional Staff. They will bring you greetings in that order.
Good morning, Hornet family. I am Ariana Elizabeth Thompson, a senior graphic design major from Wetumpka, Alabama, and I'm honored to serve as your 2018-2019 Miss Alabama State University. On behalf of Miss Alabama State University and attendants Natasha Marshall and Chanel Bryant, I want to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you to the first Fall Convocation of the semester. I am grateful of your attendance and proud to see such great representation of Alabama State University. You are clearly the dream of the Marion Nine. I want to express the importance of striving for excellence in everything that you do, especially as it pertains to your education. It is evident by your presence here today that you are on the right path. Please do not forget why you are here. These historical paths were not created by our ancestors and founders for us to fail. They were created for us to succeed. Continue to take pride in your education and old Mother Dear, for there is power revealed in dedication to education. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of the finest,
hardest working faculty anywhere, welcome to the 2018 Fall Convocation. These are challenging times for ASU, that's true. But we don't need to read the headlines to see that. We're here. We're living.
and the question for each one of us is how to be our best selves in times of difficulty. Because if we can do that, if we can accomplish great things, if we can move this university forward, not because of our circumstances, but in spite of them, then we won't be reading headlines. We'll be writing them. Thank you.
So good morning, ASU. As always, it is an honor to be able to stand here before you and at the same time stand here in love because I am you. My name is Marion Brock III. I'm the president for the Non-Instructional Staff Council. And the Non-Instructional Staff Council, we bring you, on behalf of the council, we bring you greetings. We represent 70% of the workforce here on campus. We're the ones who turn on the lights before you get here, and we turn them off when you leave. I want to add this, and I want to do it briefly. You know, we as a council are privileged to be the voice of the staff here at ASU. We believe in shared governance and the privilege to serve our students and staff at Alabama State University. For we believe in the COC's philosophy of accreditation, which says self-regulation through accreditation embodies a philosophy that a free people can and ought to govern themselves through a representative, flexible, and responsive system. Nonetheless, over the years, the council facilitated town hall meetings, workshops, interaction events, and retired ceremonies. We collaborated with ASU's leadership to successfully waive technology fees so that the staff could attend classes without any expenses. I'm happy to share that there has been an increase in faculty and staff enrollment because of this effort. I want to remind you that we are family here at Alabama State University. That's what's so great about this university. And oftentimes I remind our students that we're small enough to know them, but at the same time big enough to grow them. But I want to remind you that it rings true with you too, my fellow staff and faculty. I want to give a shout out to Ms. Brenda Joyce Kennedy, a counselor of 23 years of the ASU University Counseling Center. She has established a Hornet food pantry where students can visit and collect food items as needed for their consumption. Let's give her a hand. See, that's what love is all about. Mind you, the faculty and staff are invited as well. The Hornet Pantry grand opening is October the 4th, 2018 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Operation hours will be Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The location is in the Hardy Center Suite, first floor, room C150 of the University Counseling Center. You see, I believe that love is what love does, and that we can demonstrate that by our actions, and here's how. 1, we are planning to visit campuses to observe, research, and create ways to advance our organization to the next level, i.e. staff professional status, staff compensation, and customer service workshop. Secondly, and I want you to hear this, secondly, and thanks to our President Ross, has allocated $25,000 to the ASU Benevolence Fund, which will be used to assist, recognize, and support the ASU family as needed. Let's give him a hand. Thank you, President Ross. However, we understand the magnitude of this benefit. The Non-Instructional Staff Council has put together the Benevolence Committee to create a criteria and set of objectives to manage the benevolence funds. We will be transparent in keeping you, the ASU family, informed as well. We will be held accountable by the President's Office, Institutional Development, and you, the citizens of Alabama State University. The committee will consist of 1 faculty, 1 staff member outside the council, and 4 council members. Thirdly, on the campus, we understand that parking has been a problem over the years. We can all agree with that, amen? Amen. Well, I want you to know that a committee led by our council member, Captain Tommy Simmons, was commissioned by President Ross to come up with a proposal to confront this issue. You might have noticed the no parking signs and the new reserved parking signs on campus. I want you to know that work is in progress. Finally, the Non-Instructional Staff Council envisions a time where the staff will retire with an ID card which says staff retired. The card will come with benefits, email addresses, discounts on game tickets, bookstore purchases, and indefinite access to the library. In closing, I want to remind you as often as I have done in the past that the time is now. And that it is not what you're looking at that matters, but it is what you see. And that the future is bright for us. But a journey of 1,000 miles will start with the first step, and we've made many. But we have some ways to go. But just have faith in the process, and also in the leadership. I charge you to keep step in ASU, because again, our future is bright. God bless this wonderful university. God bless you in this great United States of America. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for those greetings. At this time, we'll have a musical selection by the ASU University Choir. Music Down in My Soul. Dr. Christopher Sanchek on piano, Mr. Tyrone Hayes conducting. Beautiful, beautiful. Give them another round of applause. Joy in my heart, peace in my soul, and when you leave here today, as I will, you have work hanging over your head. But remember how they started the song. Over my head, I heard singing in the air. So know that there's someone there with you that help you with those term papers. Somebody to help you move those papers off your desk. Somebody to help your faculty grade those papers with blue kind ink instead of the red. Student organizations that are represented here today, give yourselves a round of applause. Some student athletes, various student organizations at Alabama State University, you look good. Who better than the current SGA president to introduce today's speaker? Because he today sits in a seat that our president sat in a few short years ago. So at this time, I bring to the podium Mr. Jalen Pickett, our SGA president for 2018-2019.
Good morning, Hornet Nation. Let's try this again. Good morning, Hornet Nation. Dr. Quentin Ross served as our 15th president of Alabama State University. Prior to becoming president of his alma mater, he started his 4th term of Alabama State Senate. During his service, he established a Senate leader and an unwavering advocate for public education, dealing with issues with child safety, and the general welfare of all Alabamians. Born in Mobile, Alabama, and raised in Pontiac, Michigan, Dr. Ross has been a resident of Montgomery, Alabama for more than 2 decades. He's a graduate of Alabama State University, where he earned his Bachelor in Science and Political Science in 1992, a Master of Arts degree in Education in 1995, and a Doctorate in Education in Education Leadership, Policy and Law in 2010. Ross lived by the motto, I live simple so others can simply live. Dr. Ross is a distinguished career educator for more than 20 years of experience in K-12, public education, and higher education. He served as the director of adult education in Trim State College Community and later became the manager of Alabama State Education Association. Dr. Ross holds a number of professional memberships in several organizations, and he's a member of Hudson Missionary Baptist Church and his choir. His most notable accomplishment is being a loving husband and a father of 2 sons. Without further ado, in my honor to bring to the podium the 15th president of Alabama State University, Dr. Quentin T. Ross, Jr.
You don't know my story. Let's give that band and the theater department another round of applause. As Dr. Oliver, as I said, they don't know my story. The young people that walk on this campus, that walk on the same campus that I walked on, you don't know my story. There's a suit, but behind the suit is a story of a young man that grew up as a teenage father. There's a story. There's a story of a young man who didn't qualify for the financial aid but no other assistance, but sometimes had to wait on $20 to come. There's a story behind the suit. You don't know my story. All of you that are sitting in this acadome, there is a story behind why you're here. And so the question that I ponder daily, because they say that an individual who has purpose understands why they're here. And so daily I ask myself the question, why am I here? Why am I here? Because I love the Alabama State University. Why am I here? Because I know that we have the greatest institution in the world. Why am I here? Because I know that we have challenges, but it's the challenges that we allow to help us gain opportunity. That's why I'm here. Some of you are here because your parents wanted you to come. Some of you are here because nowhere else could you come and have a community wrap their arms around you and show you the love that ASU. Everyone has a story. What is your story? If you're here as faculty and staff, what is your story? Why are you here? Are you here just to get a check? Or are you here to truly impact the lives of the thousands of students that we come in contact with? What is your story and why are you here? If you're a student, why are you here? Are you here to bring some of the same things that you used to do to a campus of higher education? Ask yourself the question. Every day that you get up, ask yourself the question, why are you here? But answer that question understanding that you have arrived to an institution that is provided by us by 9 freed slaves who long ago, before we were born, thought enough of us to provide us an institution of higher learning that has produced graduates all over this country in various positions with various opportunities. Why am I here? Because this is the greatest institution in the world. And yeah, you can clap on that. So I always talk about Dr. C.C. Bailey and getting commercial. So like all of you got me commercial when you talk about my story. And these students in this choir, if you work on this campus, and you don't get chill bumps every time you see these students perform, every time you see them in this ASU get to the podium, every time you hear someone speak on our behalf, there's something wrong with you. Because we have the greatest students. We have the greatest students. And in order to understand it, you got to feel it. That's what I feel it. Alabama State is all in my bones, even on my feet. Even on my feet, that's where it is. And students, you're here. Those of you that have been here, those of you that have just gotten here, you got to feel it. And the one thing that I want to share with you, 353 days ago, I stepped and was appointed by this board of trustees as president of Alabama State University. And listen, a 3-time grad, a former SGA president, a state senator that was a freshman class senator on this campus. It means something to me. So a lot of people give lip service to what they think should be. But on a daily basis, I live what it is to be a graduate of Alabama State University. And so I don't ever want anybody to think that when I sleep and I wake up that I'm not thinking about how we make Alabama State University greater, how we take Alabama State University into the next 150 years. And so some would say that we've had our challenges. Yes, we have. But every institution in this country has its challenge daily. But the benefit that we have is for a media to determine that something is newsworthy that's really not. I've said it before. If the media could come and help me fix something, come to Alabama State and help me. It doesn't do anything to write it because it doesn't help the problem. So I admonish all of you. Understand that this is our house. This is the Alabama State House. I admonish the students all on social media. Yeah, I see it, but guess what? Regardless of what you say, this is still my house. Regardless of what the paper says, it's still my house. So what we have to do is bind together to change things within our house. So I just want to make sure that we're clear. And then I have to go from the preposition of someone asked me how I was doing today. I told them I was doing great. Because every day that I can wake up, I'm thankful because everything else is secondary. And I think all of you should feel that way because I've heard someone say that your outward productivity is based on your inner feeling. How you feel. So if you're feeling bad, you won't produce bad. So wake up feeling good so you can produce something good. That's what coming to Alabama State University is all about. See, because when I think about the hurricane over in North Carolina and the infant and his mother that were killed in South when I get up, no matter whether I got money in my pocket, no matter whether the food line is long, no matter whether I stand in line in financial aid, I'm thankful that I am here. We have to be thankful. So again, I give that proposition to those, feel good first. Your happiness can help you be extremely productive. It really can. And so when we talk about getting here some 353 years, 3 days ago, we didn't come into a situation that they would consider all peaches and cream. That's an old song, right? But there were some issues, but we have been working on those issues. But I want to take the time now to thank the faculty, the staff, but more importantly, the student body, because in the more recent time, we've had a challenge. But I want to thank you for your resilience. I want to thank you for your patience. Because again, when we have these challenges, we look at them as opportunities for improvement. And listen, hater is great, right? People start hating when they know that you're moving in a good direction, right? But hate, that elevates me. It energizes me. So listen, those things that are a problem, I am determined to make sure that we correct them. Now, the issues that we have didn't happen overnight. And I've said that time and time again. But I can show you forward movement. And listen, I'm so glad that I see so many here. Dr. Rice, thank you for the Chick-fil-A vouchers. I know somebody out there wants to get to $500. Right? Go ahead and clap, because that's what you call incentivizing. But all of us have to work together. So I want to thank these students first for working with us as we work for you to make our process better. So give our students a round of applause. See, because even in crisis and adversity, I think the best thing that you can do is to communicate. And so I want to thank Dr. Rice and the Office of Student Affairs for at least communicating, trying to keep you abreast, trying to find ways. Ain't nobody been purged, y'all. Nobody. Nobody's been purged. And we didn't have your books. We tried to give some books vouchers, y'all. But yeah, go ahead and clap for that. So it's not like when you report it to the media like there's no forward movement. And listen, the one thing about the media, I love them. But they're never going to make me say something that I don't want to say. Never. The story that we have at Alabama State will be our story. And when I make my statement, I've made my statement. And when you ask the question again, I refer to my statement. Because nothing that can be printed, nothing that can be put on the television can change. We have to change it. And that's what I'm focused on. I'm not focused on the headline. I don't read the Montgomery Advertiser anyway. I'm not necessarily focused on what they flash on TV. I don't have time to hardly watch it. What I am focused on every day is making sure that we work daily to make things better here at Alabama State University. That's my job. That's why I'm here. So everybody make sure that as you walk around, every day you get up, ask yourself, why am I here? Ask yourself, why am I here? And listen, ASU is bigger than a few people, whether they're internal. I'll say it again. ASU is bigger than a few people, whether they're internal and want to cause strife, or external and want to cause strife. We're bigger than that. ASU is bigger than a few students who want to do things that should not be done by higher education. It's bigger than that. We're bigger than that. See, ASU is the SOS leaders that's sitting up there. ASU is the golden ambassador. ASU is this mighty marching hornet. ASU is this choir that we got behind us. ASU is this ASU. ASU is the SBA president. ASU are the young people that are on this campus coming to be. That's who we are. So we will never let a headline dictate and determine. See, because of course, I know we had a headline about a downgrade, but something struck me. Surely we're not the only institution. And then if you had institutions that had an upgrade, why didn't you report that? So the question has to be, why do we have to be used for ratings? I won't answer that question. I'll let you ponder. And I'm not worried about it, but just food for thought. So listen, when we took this stage, we talked about wanting to be student-centered and student success, and we're working toward that student-centered student success. We've done some reorganizing, we've done some things, and we're still working on that every day. Things to try and make you successful, things to try and help you. I've just left Washington, D.C., and if you didn't read those headlines, we are the first HBCU to go into a partnership with the VA Acquisition Academy, where our students will have the opportunity to learn and be given first priority to get a federal job. The first HBCU. So if you didn't get that headline, I'm giving it to you. Right? Not only do we have that, we have conversations going on with our prosthetics and orthotics department where we're going to be in a relationship with the VA. That's what I'm talking about. I don't have time to subscribe to what somebody's trying to write in the paper. I have work to do. That's why I'm here, to try to provide every opportunity that I can to young people on this campus to be great and to do some great things. Listen at the stories, look at the people that are out there that have graduated from this institution that are doing wonderful things. That's what our headlines say. That's why we control our internal headlines. And so, listen, we talked about capital improvements, and yeah, today you're sitting in the Acadome that's air conditioned. Because it wasn't that way, y'all. And a lot of people might not think much of it, but I do, because if you've been in here when it was hot, if you've been in here when it's hot, all right, okay. So even though the movement seems to be incremental, we're moving, y'all. We're moving with the VP of Operations and Facility that has been responsible. We had our Hornet Hall on campus, and for the first time in the history of the school, we had people on site to deal with issues. Give him a round of applause. And so you have to keep a global perspective of when you talk about challenges, because they're big, they're wide, and they're great. But the thing that you have to keep in focus is that as long as you have the wheels of progress turning, no matter how slow they turn, they're turning. When you talk about change is incremental. Some people won't change today, but it won't be today. It might be tomorrow. And it might be 26 years from now, 26 miles down the road. That's what change is. But we have to embrace. We embrace it. We take those situations that occur and we use them as opportunity. And that's what I'm about. That's my story. Changing the way things are. Grinding to make it happen. And so all of you, and listen, I've told people, even in this challenge that we've had in financial aid, some people should look at it as a blessing. Amen. Because see, if we had had people that had been enrolled, remember 2 weeks later you were going to have to pay your bill. Is that right? I mean, tell the truth. Tell the truth. You know that the 60% was due right away. And then 2 weeks later, they've been calling for your 40%. Is that right? All right? So listen. So while you have this long time, I tell people to take advantage of it. Because you have an opportunity for those who've been here and know that they got to pay. You got time to get it together. So in every situation, there's a silver lining. There's a silver lining there. And so I just use that because that's just kind of the most current situation that we dealt with. But listen, by and large, we've had a wonderful 353 days. I'm sorry, y'all. We won and we beat Tuskegee, Alabama. Tuskegee University. Listen, we had an outstanding inaugural week, which I was about communiversity, about the community being a part of it. So much so to the tune of over $1.1 million. We had a great inauguration because it was all built around fundraising. And yes, that's why I committed the first $50,000 to seed the money for the SBA to have kind of a self-help fund. That's why I turned around and committed $25,000 to our non-instructional staff to help with their benevolent fund. That's why I committed $25,000 to the faculty and staff development. And today I'm committing $25,000 just to our custodial staff and our people that do work here on this campus for the use of their benevolent fund. So listen, we don't have time to read the headlines, y'all. We gotta keep working. That's what it's about here at Alabama State University. And so before I take my seat, I just have to liken it to a poem that I'd like to review sometimes. And they say that it couldn't be done by Edgar Guess. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but with a chuckle, I reply. That maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he bubbled right in with a trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hit it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, but he didn't. Somebody scoffed, oh, you'll never do that. At least no one ever has done it. But he took off his coat, he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without a doubt or quid, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, but he didn't. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that will wait and assail you. But just bubble in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in and sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done. You'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not be defeated. We will continue to move this university 150 years forward. Some will say internally that it can't be done, some externally will say that it can't be done. But we'll do it. God bless you, and God bless Alabama State University.
Thank you, Mr. President. I like ABAs too. My favorite poem is Myself. I have to live with myself and so I want to be fit for myself to know. So what he just challenged you to, I challenge you to say that it starts within you. Look within yourself to rise to that challenge. At this time, we will have a presentation by the ASU Theater and Dance Theater. They will present Sounds of the Motor City under the direction of Brian Martin, Associate Professor of Theater, and choreography by Kevin Grant, Associate Professor of Dance.
Motown, of course, stands for more than just historic music. The label and its remarkable legacy is a reflection of the hard work of the dedicated individuals tirelessly put into their work day in and day out to achieve great success. Wait, oh yes, wait a minute, it's a cold man. Wait, hey, 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 it's a cold man. And it's a cold man, yes, oh yeah. Please, please, oh man, oh yeah. There must be words today, yeah. So bring so far away.
hit about David Russell. Otis Williams and that Fancy Paul with The Temptations. The group was the first Motown act to earn a Grammy. I've got sunshine on the wild day. When it's cold outside, I've got to play. Well, I can say what can make me feel this way, my girl.
This little light of mine. Alabama State University. I'm gonna let them close it out. I ain't gonna hit you with that mean rendition of this little light of mine. Give them another round of applause. Coming to the floor, we now have the Mighty Marching Hornet drumline. They'll render a couple of selections for us. around us here at Alabama State University. We've seen it on full display. From those students who've come to the podium as part of the program, the students who've given various performances throughout this ceremony. So let's give everyone a round of applause for today. This talent will also be on display in spring when we gather here for the honors convocation. So I want to see us show up and show out in numbers for that as well to celebrate your scholastic achievements, young Hornets. President Ross took care of quite a bit of this, but I definitely want to give special thanks to the Division of Continuing Education who assisted today with our floral arrangements as well as the green room. Student Affairs, they were quite active in encouraging students. Career Services, they assisted as well. Dr. Rice gave a few marching orders as it relates to that $500 essay that needs to be emailed to him by Monday. And we thank the Copy Exchange, the Academic Affairs, staff members, as well as University Publications for your assistance with getting everything in place for today. At this time, I'd like to ask that you all stand as we prepare for the University Hymn to be played by the Mighty Marching Hornets and accompanied by the University Choir. Following the hymn, we'll have our benediction by Deshaun Goodwin. Thank you all for your attendance here today. And Hornets, please don't leave. This is a point of pride. Please stop where you are so that we can sing our hymn. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
once again. Lord, we thank you for what you have done today. We thank you for another successful convocation. We thank you for the success that you have given us, and we also pray that there be another successful year for each and every one of us. Lord, anything that is not of you, please send it to a dry place. Any negativity, anything that is not of you, once again, Lord. Give us all positivity, give us strength, give us guidance. And Lord, just let us do what you have given us the privilege to do, Lord. And let us all say, amen.